Hey guys, welcome back to Deathmark. Why did the name escape me right there? This is TJ Gamer Girl signing on. So, last episode, we investigated the phone booths, and we've basically figured out that it's possible that Hanayome is actually a woman called Seiko, who was kidnapped by a gang, taken out to the forest, sexually assaulted, had photos taken of them. Those photos were basically blackmail for the fiancé to pay up. And Seiko committed suicide the day before the wedding. The fiancé went nuts and went missing, and apparently the culprits also went missing. And now we're in the forest, heading to where Seiko hung herself. But doggone, I pushed my way into the underbrush. I spotted the traces of what used to be a path. You could barely call it one at this point. This must be the closed hiking trail. The path goes from west of the gate. It's really here. Was it trying to tell us about it? Who knows? Anyway, let's get going. And the cars look around. Even though I missed a hell of a lot of stuff last time. Seeing the grass at the foot of the tree. We're not talisman! We're at 1500. I shine the light on the grove of the trees in front of us and catch a glimpse of something odd. Mister? What's that? Something stuck to that tree over there. I can't make it out from here. I move forward for a closer look. What is this? All thought in my mind ceases. It's as if unable to process what I'm seeing and my brain comes to a halt. Are these photos? There are a bunch of pictures of different people posted to the tree. But they're all... what is this? Why do all the eyes have nails? It's just as Suzu said. For some bizarre reason, each photo has a person with nails driven through both eyes. Attached to the nails is some kind of tape. Cold sweat drips down my back. What kind of grudge would cause someone to do something like this? All the pictures. They're all men. Suzu's mutters are just loud enough to hear. Huh? I look over the photos again. A good number of them are deteriorated, so they're hard to make out. But they may be right. Yeah, looks like it. All the subjects are men. That's clearly not a coincidence. I feel a little dizzy and step back. Through my blurry vision, something flashes in the light from the flashlight. Is something wrong? Nothing, it's just over there. Something sparkled up there. Something might be there. We should check it out. Grab the tape that's wrapped around one of the nails and take a good look at it. It looks like audio tape that's been pulled out of cassette. Something up in the branches of the tree is reflecting light. Something must be stuck in the branches. The only way we'll be able to check it out is to climb up the trunk. You're going to climb the tree? There aren't any cavities, knots, or branches within reach. It'd be hard to climb up it. So... Excuse me. Booster up. If that's all, then... Okay, I'll try. Oh, excuse me. I squat at the base of the tree and let her climb up on me. Up you go! I stagger a bit, but manage to stand. I feel like I'm with one of the trees now. Can you reach? Just a little to the right. I'm almost there. Suzu reaches as far as she can with her hand and I lose my balance. We both crash to the ground. You okay? I'm fine. Here. Suzu shows me her hands. It's holding the object that was stuck in the branches. Dog collar. A collar. It makes me think of that dog we saw before coming here. Does this belong to that dog? I wonder who threw it away. Who knows? As I'm putting it away in my bag, I spot an inscription on the inside of the collar. Rinta? How are we supposed to pronounce that? I can't really do anything. Something's in the grass. I feel around in the blades of the grass. Instant camera! I hit the switch before I realized and a red light appears. Apparently that means that the flash can be used. Does it still work? Yeah, it looks like it. I'm blinded. I turn it off and quickly stuff it in my bag. I decided twice not to mention the dried blood that stuck to the bottom of it. To see is to perceive light. The distant voice echoes in my head. True. Seeing something means you're seeing the light it's reflecting. What does that have to do with Hanayome? Okay, I'm not gonna use that, just in case. I hear a low growl from somewhere. I can't see what's making it, but it seems to be watching me. We did see that dog at the gate. I'm not sure why, but I feel intense hostility directed toward me. Well, what should we do? The instant Suzu speaks. The growling grows distant and quieter. I remember the photos. All of them were men with nails in their eyes. I don't know what that has to do with the dog, but if those pictures demonstrate the hatred that saturates this place, if I'm with Suzu, it might react differently. I consider my options. Show the collar. I've got an idea. I take the collar out of my bag. Maybe. It's a safe bet that the spirit was born here, so the dog is likely tied to this collar. Face the general area the barking is coming from and show the collar. The dog appears like a gust of wind. Whoa! Before I can blink, it steals the collar from me. When I try to quickly jump away, I hear Suzu call out to me. Mr. Norrison, don't move! But I don't catch the rest of it. The dog rushes at me so fast it looks like it's gliding over the ground. Don't move. The dog stops in its tracks. It seems confused that I'm not reacting and just standing still. It shuffles back on its guard, then prepares to attack again. It bares its teeth and growls. This is the wrong choice. In an effort to calm it, I stretch out my hand towards its back. Maybe petting will help. It bolts directly at me as fast as lightning. Yeah, okay. Well, we're dead. Ignore it if it's... Pretend not to hear it threatening me. Growls for a while until it abruptly stops. The dog holds the collar in its mouth and stares at me. My collar has an inscription on it, doesn't it? I'm sure it said... Well, Venta? What should I call it? Lenta? Phoebe? Lenta. I mutter the name. The dog perks his ears. I say it again, this time more clearly. Then... Nope, it's not Lenta. I can speed this up. Senta? Nope, it's not Senta. It's Genta. The dog turns around and quietly sinks into the bush. It disappears from sight. Seems I somehow managed to escape death. After how many attempts? 3? 4? Pick up the collar that was left behind and sigh deeply. Are you okay? Yeah, that was... I can't even say it was no big deal. My words simply trail off. That's all I can answer with. I pat myself down with my hands, but I don't seem to be injured anywhere. I did feel teeth biting into my hand when the collar was snatched from me, though. That dog may be supernatural. Hope it doesn't attack again. I think we'll be fine. I found what I was looking for. I found what I was looking for. You're right. Alright. Mannequins, it looks like. Sounds like a rope creaks above my head. Silhouettes swing in the shadow of the trees. My whole body shudders with dread. Are those people? Suzu gives a terrified yelp. Speechless, I shine my flashlight on them. They clearly aren't people. They're mannequins. The things hanging by their necks from the trees are display mannequins you can find in any department store. Obviously, dolls can't commit suicide. Is this someone's idea of a prank? Or maybe a warning to intruders? The only one who knows the truth would be whoever did this. Let's go. I don't think they're dangerous. They're only mannequins. Okay. You have not played enough horror games or seen enough horror films. Suzu replies uneasily. Before either of us take a step forward, I feel a shaky hand gripping onto me. The person who did this was thinking. Grabbing onto it to stop it from swaying, I open the hand and take what's inside. A worn-out talisman. Hey! 1918. It's that dog. Suzu, be careful. No, it's okay now. It won't attack anymore. It's that dog from before. It starts digging in the dirt right in front of us. After a few moments, it disappears like mist. What was it doing? Is there something over there? Let's take a look. I reach out and touch the dirt, but the texture under my hand surprises me. The dirt around here is soft, almost as if something was buried. Give me a hand. You're going to dig here? I don't think we'll need any tools. Please. Okay. In silence, we kneel in this forest in the middle of the night and dig up the dirt with our hands. I feel like I'm robbing a grave. It could be that those words popped into my head because I somehow knew what we'd find. Distracted. I look down on what we dug up. What we find is a corpse. It's just a skeleton now, but it doesn't look that old. Is that a corpse? Yeah. My reply sounded incredibly flat and uncaring, even to me. At some point, death has become familiar. That fact, and not the corpse, is what sends a shiver down my spine. I'm too comfortable with the world of the dead. I know this, but I can't escape it. One part of me observes the remains before us and reacts calmly. Just then, I notice something. What's that? There's something white in the skeleton's hand. I dig it out and discover it's a plastic bag. Inside are a number of cassette tapes and some kind of note. The note's deteriorated, but part of it is legible. I killed them all. The ones that assaulted you. Now you can rest in peace. I did what needed to be done. Now I can die here, something. This forest where you passed away. A new song, I want to listen in heaven. The note ends there. 3 cassette tapes. That sounds like a suicide note, doesn't it? But these tapes. She looks at the cassette tapes. Why were they buried too? They look at the remains as if asking them a question. Of course, it's not going to reply. I trail off. A different voice is whispering in my mind. The last. The voice falls silent. The last? Wait a second. The last what? Huh? Is something the matter? I didn't say anything. It's nothing. Sorry, just talking to myself. Anyway, let's take these tapes with us. Is there anything else before we leave? Doesn't look like it. Half an hour left until death. Out of nowhere, my mark flares up painfully. The intense pulsing sets my nerves on fire. Shit, are we out of time? I bite my lip and look at Suzu. Suzu, hey, can you hear me? Yeah. It's finally here. It all starts now. I grab Suzu and run. The spirit is closing in on us. Did I get in the car to go somewhere? Regardless, I'm here inside it, gripping the wheel. The mansion. I need to go back there for now. I glanced through the rearview mirror at Suzu in the back seat. Suzu is staring vacantly out the window with a slightly tilted head. The only thing out there is darkness. There's nothing to look at. Eight's tape player is laying on its side in the passenger seat. I grabbed it from the back, meaning to play one of those tapes. We quickly arrive at the Kujo mansion. Even though we discussed it with Mary, it's probably best to listen to the tape first. I reach for one, but as I do, I notice something odd. Where are we? I'm on an unfamiliar road, like I took a wrong turn somewhere. No, it's not unfamiliar. I've clearly been down this road before. But the route I was taking should have had no way for me to come across this road. That's the only way I can describe it. It's impossible. Calm down. I must have made a mistake because I was messing around with the tape player. I wouldn't get lost in the way to the mansion. I've been to it so many times now. I just missed the first intersection and ended up somewhere strange, that's all. That's what I tell myself as I make a U-turn. But no matter how many times I go back... Damn it! Why am I here again? No matter how I turn, I end up on the same road. Right, left, or keep going straight, I still return to the exact same place. This is ridiculous. I hit the steering wheel. Maybe it was because of my outburst, but my mark starts burning with pain again. This is bad. Really bad. At this rate, death will catch up to us while we're here in the car. Having said that, we can't go back to the mansion. I don't think we'll be able to get out of this maze no matter how many times I try. In that case, what should I do? Where should I drive? To A highway, to T apartments, to T mountain. I turned the steering wheel in the direction of the place that popped into my head. Stretch. T mountain. It's not that I have to go there. The destination isn't important so long as it gets me out of this situation. I hit the gas pedal and abruptly turned the wheel, trying to get out of this cursed trap. Finally, familiar scenery returns, as if it was laying away from me. In the end, we're back here. The phone's ringing. I know exactly who's calling. I head into the phone booth. I've got Eita's radio cassette player and the bag holding Seiko's memories at the ready. One second. I need to go to the bathroom. Sorry about that. I pick up the receiver, but the phone immediately goes dead. Okay, that is creepy. That is really creepy. I'd be terrified. You saw, didn't you? I know you saw it. Take a picture with the camera. I quickly grabbed the instant camera and used the flash. The spirit shrieks. Whilst distracted, I tumble out of the booth. One sound. I spot out of the corner of my eye. Spirit standing there, looking down at me. This isn't a normal fight. This is a live or die fight with her. Camera's battery's dead. What should I do next? I stick Charms on into the tape player and press the play button. Listen often, dear. The spirit responds to the song. Spirit quietly drifts closer. I stick Echo Ballad into the tape player and press the play button. I love. Spirit responds to the song. The spirit quietly drifts closer. I stick Mai into the tape player and press the play button. I don't know this one. Spirit responds to the song. Ooh, okay. Creepy. You're creepier than... Put the veil back on, please. Spirit is right in front of me. Hey, let me listen to the newest. She says she didn't know this one, so I stick mine to the tape player and press the play button. Yes, that song was finished. The dog comes bounding over from somewhere, barking happily. Ken, is this where you've been? Come on, let's go. He's waiting. There's a flash of light. I blink and the spirit is gone. I don't sense Hanayome anymore. She's gone now. Hanayome. She's back to normal. I bet their mark's gone. But mine's still bright on my arm. I guess Hanayome didn't give me my mark after all. Then Hanayome really was Seiko Hasegawa. What a sad, terrible fate. Turning into a ghost after she died. I feel sorry for her. This place isn't too far from where Seiko died. Maybe that's why. The instant Hanayome vanished, I thought I caught a glimpse of her loyal dog. I hope her dog and the song her fiancé wrote for her helped her be at peace in heaven. Should we head back? Yeah. Huh? The phone starts ringing out of nowhere. It won't stop. It's like it's waiting for someone to answer. What should I do? Hello? On the other end of the line is the gentle voice of a woman. I'm so very sorry for causing you so much trouble. Please excuse me. Well, was that a wrong number or something? I was a little panicked, but now I relax. Oh, Hanayome. Seiko. She was apologizing for what she was doing. I step out of the booth and get into the car with Suzu. Welcome back, Mr. Norrison. thanks to you that my mark is finally gone. Too bad I didn't get to do much. I've read a ton of comics about exorcism, so I thought I could help. Good job to you too, Suzu. Everything went okay? Yeah, it's all thanks to him. Oh, yeah? I bet I could have done a better job than him. I awaited your return, Lord Norrison. It appears that you overcame your fear and cleared away the grudge. Congratulations. Though it is unfortunate that your mark has not yet vanished. I've managed to defeat the 3 spirits now, but my mark still hasn't disappeared. It feels like that terrible fact might just freeze the blood in my veins. I vowed to fight against the mark. All I could do now is press forward. Mr. Norrison, may I have a word? I looked through the other files in the garage after you left, and I found this. She hands over a file that says H Shrine Findings on the cover. Saya Kujo's signature is in the corner. The Kujo family's guardians were housed there, so it makes sense that this was here. Go on, read it. Most of it is about how each shrine was built in its history. It lines up with what Mary told us. Everything that happened from the anti-Buddhist movement to now is in here. But it looks like Saya didn't even know who stole the statues 50 years ago. Some pages are about H Shrine's Goshintai, the item that houses the deity spirit. The spirit has 2, a mirror and a small Buddha statue called Ninjibutsu. The Ninjibutsu should be in the brocade pouch, but I never saw anything like that at the shrine. I wonder where it ended up. The last few pages contain notes on an investigation into the stolen statues. It mentions a rumor that started circulating a few months ago. M. Miyamachi North Road in K. Miyamachi North Road in H City. It's a back street that, due to the city's poor planning, is covered in manholes. Because of that, people call it Manhole Road. On a moonless night, a young woman was walking down it on her way from work. An old sign reads, "Be wary of strangers." Suddenly fearful, she attempted to hurry her steps down that dimly lit back street. But she couldn't take a step forward. A noise, something heavy being dragged, and then a figure was discernible from out of the darkness. It was a woman with disheveled hair, wearing a burnt white robe. She cradled a headless Buddha as if it were her own child. The shadows and hair hid almost of the face, but she couldn't see her blood-red lips. But she could see her blood-red lips twisted into a satisfied smile. For God's sake, it's like reading a tongue twister. Terrified by the eerie sight, she turned on her heel and ran away. Some distance away, she turned to look back. But the woman was gone. The statues were stolen 50 years ago, so it wasn't that woman, but I doubt it's that easy to find headless Buddha statues. I'm sure she must know something. I asked Hanayome where the statues stolen from each shrine were, and now there's an unexpected lead. What a strange coincidence. If you could find those stolen statues and honor them at each shrine, the divine wrath will be quelled, and you might be freed of the mark. Another way that might possibly allow me to escape my mark. It's worth looking into, at least. Oh, before I forget, you should take these too. Documents on the Hasegawa case that we found after you left. Read through them if you want. It is almost dawn. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. Thank you very much, mister. Because of you, I think I'll get to go see my dad, too. You need to go somewhere to see him? My mom and dad got divorced. Oh. Yeah. Mom decided that she wanted to become a nun. She started taking me to temples and a lot of secret areas. Dad didn't like that, and he started seeing some other lady. I understand. You don't have to say more. I guess Susan's been embroiled in the world of adults for a while already. Maybe that's why she's so brave while being so young. I asked Mom to tell me where Dad is, but she wouldn't say. She told me he's bewitched by a demon to forget him. So that's why I wanted to ask Hanayome where Dad is. I see. I hope you get to see him. Me too. Okay, good night. I'm really in your debt. It's thanks to you that Suzu was saved. Thanks so much. He seems more worried about her than himself. His appearance, personality, and job all make him suspicious, but that one thing is clear. I know she asked me to, but I was the one who brought her out there after all. So if something happened to her, I just... Hey, are you alright? I'm so glad she's okay. The hot tears streaming down his face are those of relief, apparently. You should head to bed for the day. I'm sure you're tired, right? Yeah, thanks. Good night. I'm heading to bed soon myself. My mark's finally gone. I think I'm going to sleep well tonight. There's no reason for you to stay any longer. You're right about that. I'll be leaving tomorrow. Sorry, but even 9 lives wouldn't be enough to survive staying here. You said it. But I'm grateful for all this too. It gave me time to rethink my life. Ironic, isn't it? If I hadn't been cursed by a spirit, I'd be in that forest right about now. Christy smiled and turned dry. Well, I'm off to bed now. Good night. Now then, Lenore, please find me when you're ready. I'm actually really curious about... Her fiancé was a musician known as YMN back then. He made a name for himself by cross-mixing genres into his music, from rock and pop to classical and techno. Around the time of the incident, he had been working on a new album. The last song on it was My Holy, and dedicated to his fiancée. But in the end, the album was published without that final track. That song and her fiancé's love finally reached Seiko. I'd like to think it's because it wasn't Genta. Oh. Going to save. And end the episode here. The next episode will most likely be starting chapter 4. So, till then, this is the Gamer Girl, signing off.